welcome to Coding After Work.
It's time.
It is.
We're back.
It is. It's Thursday.
Yeah. And we have a lot of stuff happening. We have added some animations and captions.
Captions, which I am starting now. So if you don't understand what we're saying or just want some support, there should now be captions available.
Captions. We have no idea if they're working. And, let's see what happens.
Hopefully they work.
Yeah.
Hopefully they work. We also have a new setup behind the scenes, which is not visible, but software-wise, just to get these captionings actually working.
Yeah.
So hopefully we will still manage.
Hopefully you're hearing us.
Yes.
That's a good start.
Yes. And hopefully
let's
I understand what to do with the comments. And
let's try it out. Let's lift in our first commenter.
Okay.
And you need to go to queuing.
I need to go to queuing.
There we go.
There we go. And I need to show it. Look at that. Who is first and brought glitter? I kind of brought glitter as well in the form of space stuff.
Space glitter.
Space glitter!
Other people call it stars, but okay. Okay.
From now on,
it's space
it is
glitter.
space glitter. Oh yeah, look at that. They can hear us.
That's a good way to start.
Yes, but speaking of glitter, we have some very important news.
You're gonna start with that?
Yes! And I'm going to say it like 5 times throughout the day. So last time, you showed Visual Studio Code and that I could have glitter.
Power mode.
Power mode, yeah. Well, glitter mode as I am calling it. But if you search for glitter, you won't find it. However, turns out it's actually available for, real Visual Studio as well.
Real Visual Studio. Yes, it is. And it's called?
Particles.
No, it's called Power Mode.
Power Mode, yes. But the effect was Power Particles.
Yeah.
And they also had Magic and Clippy.
And glitter. I have installed it.
Oh, you have?
So you will be able to see it happen live.
There you go.
Well, I actually saw the reason why I found the Power Mode was I was watching another stream on Twitch, and I saw that White Panther had those glittery things, and I went, that
you know someone who would like that.
I know someone that would like that, and it actually is quite good to have on this. I don't know if I'm gonna keep using it for my daily work, but when you have it on a stream and you show, you're over here, you're over here, you're over here, that might be a good thing.
Yep. And I seem so happy over that glitter thing. I am. I can use it wherever I want. But I will probably mostly use it in Visual Studio Code. Code and I are semi-friends.
Semi-friends?
Well, we're at least...
We know each other.
Yeah.
We met.
Yeah.
On a computer.
Yes. Oh. Near me. On my computer, actually.
Oh.
Huh?
Who knew?
Yeah. So what are we doing today?
I have actually no idea.
Okay.
So I thought that a couple of streams ago, we just went in, we checked what we're supposed to do, and just went for it. Now I know that last time I did some coloring.
Yeah.
And you did not approve.
Yeah. That sounds like me. Because I have my suspicion that even though they claim to be colorblind safe, I think they're not.
Actually, that implementation that I did last time, that was red to green hue thingy,
got it.
gradient.
And we have since that looked at another gradient as well.
And I can bring that up if you can switch over to HTML.
There we go. Look at that.
So I found a repo that has some hex values that they say are they are safe for.
Yeah, and this is what gets me. Which color blindness are they looking for? Are they looking for all three different kinds? Because there are three different kinds. Or are they looking at one? And I think they're only looking at one. Does it say? Yes, it does. It's the one I cannot pronounce. Diunturanopia.
There we go. This one.
Yes.
Oh, that was not how I intended doing it.
It's actually
this
down
one.
by the color as well. Well, I'm in the middle of that, so.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go. That one.
Yeah. That's the only one they are looking at, and we actually have two more variations.
The one, the Opic.
Yes, exactly. I cannot for the life of me pronounce that. Well, I'm very bad at pronouncing anyway.
So, chat, if you know this reference, Klaatu Verata. Do you know what that's from?
Oh gosh, we do have a great start to with glitter, and then Jimmy's almost lost. That's a great start. It's the glitter that threw you, I think. No, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, but this is a good, back to the palette again, it's a good start, and I think we can make it work, but I also think the first version will only be colorblind safe, all three though, but we need to fix the contrast after that. But if we're using some sort of symbol or visual aid as well, I think we can make it work. Somehow.
So the quote is from...
Sounds like I know it.
But I'm trying to remember the actual name of the movie. Army of Darkness. So Evil Dead 3. When he's just about to take the book. Klaatu Verata.
Spoilers.
I'm taking the book now.
So many spoilers.
All right, so let's pop into
yes.
To
what do we have to work with?
Let's. I just restarted Visual Studio because someone wanted glitter.
Oops, that might have been me.
Wonder who that is.
Everyone wants glitter. What are you on about? we should have a glitter hype.
Glitter hype train.
Yes, that's something.
So here we go. So this is the fixed colors. So what I did was that I'm figuring out. So 0 is actually no color. So 1 to 20% is green. 21 to 40. Now I'm doing math. Is more of a yellowish color.
Yeah, so steps up 20%. Yeah. And you're dividing. You're using the lowest number, which is 1 most of the time, and the highest value, so 40.
The lowest number is always 0.
Yeah, but that we're using white for that one.
Yeah.
And in this case, we have the 19th. We have 72, so that's the highest number.
That's the highest number.
And then we do 20% steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we can see, well, in December is a good month to do events.
Yeah, and also Sundays, because for some reason, nobody's doing anything on Sundays.
Can see that as well.
And last
the beginning of January.
Yeah. Who knew?
So one of the things that we need to do with this page is, of course, to be able to select years.
Yeah.
So right now it's hard-coded 2022.
Which will, in a few months, become a problem.
Yeah. Perhaps already.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So the question is, so that's something we could do.
Yeah. Fix the colors.
Fix the colors. Do you want to do that today?
Yeah, I mean, we can at least make them safe. If we're going to say that we're colorblind safe, we should at least take into account all 3 different variations that I know of. I don't know if there's more, but it's usually the 3. And it should be a simple dragging some colors around.
All right. So you want to start with the colors, or do you want to start with something else?
Sure, we can do that. We can... Even God rested on Sundays. Relax, people. What is this REST?
I have no idea.
No, me neither.
So that's a REST API, something?
Yes.
Sundays are the REST the day where we do REST APIs.
Yes.
And all of the other days we do something more front-endy.
Exactly.
Yeah, got it.
I would say so.
All right. So basically what you're saying is that I'm going to leave my computer to you. Is that what we're working with here?
And your mouse is inverted, right?
No.
No, it's not.
That one is correctly aligned.
Oh, let's see. So let's pop over to my friendly neighborhood, color.adobe.com.
You want me to move the computer a little bit closer?
Yeah, maybe.
There we go.
Hey, we didn't move the AC behind me. So there's an AC in picture. Well, you need to live with that. Okay, so we should probably have signed in already before, but sure.
Why not?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Nope. Come on, password. It's always a game. Sure. Okay.
Now I have your password. Can change all the colors to dark theme.
You can do that. You can do that. And where do we have the colors? They are down here, right?
So in the hex values document.
This one?
Yep. No, that one.
Oh, okay. Well.
That was a comment.
Yeah, well, here's the colors. So I'm just going to copy paste them in here to check if they are in fact good for all different types of color issues that I know of and that Adobe knows of, or at least say they know. And the last color, copy paste. Okay.
Okay.
What happened here?
Something happened.
This is not what we did. What on earth? I must have done something. So this one, yeah. How hard can it be?
So why are you putting the first value in the middle? This is seriously annoying me. So you need to tell me.
That's just by habit.
I mean, we do have a green to a red value, but you're starting with a green value in the...
Oh my gosh, I am so stupid. You know what you need to do? This is a pro tip. Don't do it like this. If you want to, and I will answer your question, if you want to fix this and make changes in all of them. I don't know if you can see, let me scroll in a little. You see the little white, let me move it around. You see there's a little white there. That means this is your base color. So if I set that to something, I set this orange, I can get help. Do you want it monochromatic? Do you want to try it? Do you want complementary colors, or what do you want? However, if you want to do all the colors, you need to actually put them in there.
So and how many times have you done that? I
usually never do that, honestly, because I am mostly working in the customs, like here. That's what I usually do, and I drag around the colors.
Yeah, but I mean,
myself.
pasting all the colors and then forgetting about...
No, I usually do not, because the first thing I do usually when I open Adobe is actually go into customs. So I don't know why. Okay.
Right. So why are we having the highest value red in the middle?
Well, right now before we actually had this one, because
that's even worse.
Well, what you can do is set this as a base color, and you can also drag these around.
Okay.
So it's not important which color you put where. I can set either one as a base color. It doesn't matter if I'm using custom colors.
You took the top value and you put it in the middle.
And that is only because I know that the middle value is usually the base color by default, but it doesn't have to be. So that is purely me, because that's what I do. Okay, so let's press check for accessibility and color safe. Yeah, see, we do have issues. I knew it. I knew it. So these three colors, C, D, and E, the three most to the right, actually are too similar to each other. Oh my gosh! It's even in the one they say they are supporting. So Tritanopia and Protanopia are okay, but the one they say they support is actually not okay. Where did we find this? We need to do a pull request or something. Okay, yeah, okay. So sorry about the rant. So let's then.
But if you look at these colors, for what we are doing, I think that the C, D, and E is an okay difference. I can see there's a difference in between them.
Yeah, but there's not enough difference between C and D and E.
Okay.
So we need to increase that a little bit. So what we can do is either we just drag these around a little. See, now we don't have an issue anymore. And we can drag this over to the other side, but then we get a conflict over there. Or we can go in and actually show RGB or HSB sliders. So we can do that manually and just make this a little lighter, or
right.
Let's see, what can we do? This one we can... What happens if we drag it the other way around? Come on. There we go. Now we don't have any conflicts anymore. It's still not good enough contrast-wise, but color-wise, it's good.
And we should also remember that the colors are not the only indicators. We also have the numbers, so it's not the only indicator that is showing the data.
So let's call them yellow busy colors, and we are saying that we are color blind. We can publish to color, and we can save, and there you go. A little bit better colors.
Cool.
I mean, it's not much, but it's just a little bit better.
Well, better is better than perfect, no?
Yep, there you go.
That's not what the saying, is it?
Moderation issues. Okay. I don't think there's any moderation issue.
Then add it anyway.
Yeah. I'm trying to add a comment to the comment queue, but for some reason it did not want to add that. Okay. Fun mail address, and I was not allowed to say that.
Okay.
It says cataholic, which is very often misread especially in America, as Catholic, which is completely different.
Right. So let's pop into Visual Studio, and so what I did. Let's talk a little bit about that. When we left the code last time, we had a gradient, so it was figuring out where on the help me, the color scale that is called
heat map
with hue and
saturation,
luminosity and
lightning.
HSL.
Yeah.
So it was moving from red to green. Now I'm saying that, okay, I want to get the value divided by the max value, because I'm saying that 0 is the lowest value that it can have, so I don't have to incorporate that into the calculations. So then I say, so if it is 0, I want to return this class, the style class, color 0.
Yeah.
Because the code that we left this with, I had a little bit of a problem with, because we were using styles. We were not using classes, because it was a value that we would have to generate like a lot of classes to
yeah, because we
that.
used a gradient, a full gradient.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which I usually don't feel is very good anyways, because the difference between 10 different yellows, you might see 3 or 4 of them. So it doesn't really add any value, pun intended.
So basically here I'm saying, so if it's bigger than 0 and less or equals to 0.2, since this is percent and all of that, same thing with larger than 0.2 to 2 or equals to 0.4. And then I have 0. No?
I think I got it. Even I got this one.
And then on the end, if it's anything else, color
larger
80, so
than that. Yeah, well
anything else.
Anything else.
So
yeah.
it could be
could be a minus.
It could be less than 0. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there we have that, and I added a CSS class. Actually, we did that. We did all of the top things here last time.
Yeah.
So color 0, nothing. Do nothing. Color 1. So color 1 would be this one.
Color me 80.
So let's bring that in. That should be untouched, I believe. But let's copy everything.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it was only 3 colors we changed, but you never know.
Boom. Do you see where it is?
I know.
Do you see it? Do you see it?
Yes, we have glitter! Glitter! You need to type a lot and fast.
That is not my job.
Oh, I need to go. Can we be done early? Because I still have a Visual Studio that does not have this. And I'm using full Visual Studio, or whatever you want to call it. The OG Visual Studio when I review your book.
OG.
Original. Yes, and we got another glitter hype. Get on the glitter train.
So I talked to Simon earlier today, and I said, so it would be awesome if we could chat, and I have a lot of PowerShell questions, because my next project, or actually not my next project, but my first .NET MAUI project, I want to be able to call PowerShell from it. So he's like, so you're telling me that your first .NET MAUI project is going to be a PowerShell? Yes, I am. I walked into that, didn't I?
There you go.
All right.
So kind of reversed a little bit. Simon is doing Blazor. You are doing PowerShell. Who knew? Me and Lavasoft is doing glitter.
Is this running? Is this thing on? There we go.
And now we have it on record. Yes. Clip that.
Why isn't this? Maybe I just need to update it. Come on.
There we go.
And last time we also talked about that we put our Azure function into, well, Azure.
Yeah.
So if you can see here, we have 44 conferences added the last 7 days.
Yes, right. Because last time it looked like we had the same amount added the last 7 days and 30 days because you reset it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's now.
That's a lot of conferences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And right now, we are, until we are starting to accept people adding their own conferences, we can just reset the database and we're going to be good.
Yeah.
So that's a good state to be in at this point in the development cycle.
Yeah. During development, we might not want to just reset everybody's data.
Yeah. So there we go.
Look at that.
I think it kind of looks good, to be honest.
Yeah. I think we can tweak the colors a little bit better because there's not... On your screen, there's a lot of contrast, but on the screen in front of me, there's not. So I think we can even be bolder with the colors. Unfortunately, I don't think we can go green to yellow to red because green and red will look the same if you have issues with color. So we might be able to do something, maybe go to red, but still instead of just orangey red or something.
Right.
So we can have bigger gaps between there.
So let's say that we want to be able to choose years.
Oh, look at that. Looking good. At least better. And also, Azure is my favorite place to put Azure functions.
Mine too.
Okay, sorry. Let's say if we want to what?
So let's say that we want to be able to choose years.
Yes.
How do we want to do that?
In either, I would say a drop down because we won't
a select
have
box.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the curtain, whatever. Or previous next.
Okay.
Because it depends. First of all, year we won't have that many to choose from.
Yeah.
Or at least we shouldn't show that many. And it depends on what we want to do. Will we move this? Will we start our year in August and go forward, or how do we want to do that?
So my thought was I had two choices. One of them was a drop down, and one of them was like typing out 2022, 2023, 2024, just a couple of years before and after. But I really like the next year thing.
Yeah.
So that because it's not, you probably don't want to go like how many conference was 2017 and just jump into that point.
Yeah, and I also think there's a little bit different way to go about this as well for organizers, because as an organizer, I want to see January to December.
January to December, yes.
Yeah, but as an attendee, or even actually as a speaker, I want to see from now and 12 months ahead. Right. If I want an overview like this, which I probably don't, come to think to it, because it doesn't matter for me if there's 44 conferences around the same time. Never mind then.
And at least for version 1, I think that I really like the 12 months from now, but just click the next button and you're going to be fine.
Yeah,
get that information.
And also when we're planning a conference, it doesn't matter. It is more important to know what conferences, let's say we're planning a conference in August, it's more valuable to me to know what actually has happened this year, not who actually opened their call for papers yet, because the further you go into the future, the less certain you will be how many conferences there are. So,
right. So let's see what we can do. So we do have a hard-coded year here.
yeah.
So let's
Not do that.
let's not do that. Let's add
Glitter!
a property. Property. There we go.
No, you need to type it out now. No using GitHub Copilot here. You need to type everything because confetti and glitter.
Dot year.
No copy pasting either.
So we're saying that the year
Yep.
should be a default value of right now.
This year. Yeah. Current year.
And to be able to get that, to get the year into what we're doing here, we need to add it as a parameter. So we're going to type out parameter. There we go. Boom.
Boom. With glitter.
With glitter. And continue editing. I hate when it does that.
This is so true. Jimmy's doing it the easy way. Jessica will make him redo it slowly just to add more glitter. Copy pasting.
Actually, this was all we needed to do for because the calendar is a component that it's not a page. So we need to go into the page as well and do that.
Okay.
So the year was fine.
Something broke.
Something broke because I used a
more
capital
glitter.
Y. Yeah, more glitter. All right, so there are a couple of more places. There we go, and there we go. Did we get them all? Yes. Great. So let's actually just copy this one.
I will be so happy when I open Visual Studio next time.
And let's go to the organizer page. There we go. And add a little bit of
Glitter?
Code. There we go. And in the path up here, we will say that, okay, we want to be able to write organizer / and the year that we want to use. Perhaps. So let's go in.
Okay,
let's
got it.
like this.
I was just a little bit
year.
slow.
So that's the name of the property. And I can also go, I believe the syntax is like that. So I'm saying it that I only want to hit that point if the year is an int.
Yeah.
So I can't use strings. I can't use anything else.
Then it will default back to organizers. Or what? Or will it just
no?
blow up?
It's gonna say I don't know what I don't know what page you want to go to.
Okay, got it.
So for this to work, I need to put a year into the link. So the first click I do.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I don't want to do that.
No.
Because I already have the year down here, right? So I can say, I want this page to be, I want the users to be routed to this page if I go to the organizer page or the URL organizers or I have a year here.
That is pretty nifty.
And
I didn't know you can do that.
Yep. And if I'm not mistaken, this one would just take over the default value because we're not setting that one. Okay, great. I hope that's the way it works at least. So for this component, I need to put in the year and put in the year from the year down here. So I'm saying that the calendar component has a property called year, and I want to put this parameter into that. Right, let's see if it works.
You can add a route for /organizers name string, right?
Not string. I'm not sure what the specifics are here, but string is the default. So string, you will not be able to write it with a colon string, because just leaving string out will be a string.
Okay.
Ask me how I know.
Because you didn't leave it out.
All right, so what is it saying here? Date is out, year, month, day, parameter, descriptive, blah, blah, blah.
An unrepresentable date time.
So let's see what
What's
happens
that, a bad date?
if we go like to 2022. Boom, there we go. And we go 2023. Let's see if something changes. It does. Not a lot of things planned.
No.
Just yet.
Oh, well, first quarter, at least starting to fill up a little.
Let's see what 2021 looks like. Oh, we're getting values.
Yeah, and we see where the pandemic was still very active.
Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on here. So the parameter, I do have a default value. So it might be that if I'm not supplying a year, this value does something horrible, I guess. I would have thought that it would just not set the value and just continue. So let's pop into the calendar. Set a trusty breakpoint and debug and see what happens.
I don't like bugs. Mostly because
That's
I got
where we are
bitten twice.
debugging.
Yeah. Something bit me twice on my hand. Not okay.
Right, let's go to organizers and we're getting the value.
Pretty sure it wasn't a date bug though.
There we go, and it explodes straight away. Why is it exploding straight away? Exploding already here. Okay, so let's see if we can set another breakpoint in our organizer page. If I can find it. There we go. See if this works.
Did you patch the hole made by the bug? Actually, no. Maybe I should have done that.
Year 0. So I'm getting, oh, okay, I'm getting the default value, which is 0.
Yeah, and that is not a good year.
And that is apparently not a good year.
I don't think we have started with conferences.
Okay,
like
so
that.
let's think about this. So I think that we can go about doing this in a couple of different ways. I'm thinking that we're not gonna set a default value there, and we're just gonna go into the calendar here. So we're gonna, basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna send year all the way down. So if you're not setting year at all, you're gonna get today's year. But if we're setting it as 0, we are simply going to say if year equals 0. Let's see here. If, can I do this in an elegant way? No, I don't think so.
It doesn't have to be. You have glitter. Everything looks elegant.
So if the year is 0, then I simply want to
Oh, okay.
say that, you know what? I want year to be
Today instead.
today's
well,
year.
this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I could have done that all the way on I think this is fine. Or it's kind of a question where we want to have the navigation with
the next and previous
yeah.
year.
Where do we want that?
Well, it makes sense that it is. I'm guessing the same place as the component.
I think either we can do it with in the component, or we can do it in the organizer page.
Well, I'm thinking if we don't do it in the component and something is off, then things will not work because the data lives in the component.
Okay.
Makes sense to me, but I'm not the developer here.
Well,
so.
it really doesn't matter. Just whatever you like.
Yeah, then I want it in the component.
That's easier. So
For no reason at all, other than that.
So let's add a H1. Actually, I think I want to do an H2. Because I want the font to be a little bit smaller.
Oh, stop it. You were just trolling me, were you? So the reason this just happened...
And cue rant.
No, Tyndall isn't here yet, so I don't need to rant. He loves when I rant. No, the reason I reacted like that is a very common accessibility issue is that you actually you go down an H or two. So for instance, go down to H2 because you want a smaller font size, which is not accessible. You're much rather just style the correct H. So if you wanted it smaller than an H2, you should not go to H3. You should restyle your H2. Otherwise, it will mess up the hierarchy for anyone who's using any screen enlargement tools or screen readers and stuff like that. So, hence my reaction.
And the reason why I wanted to go an H2 is because you should only have one H1 on a page. And I'm thinking technically that's the NextTechEvent on the top of the page.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a 2022. Let's...
Oh, you missed it? Well, if only there was video on demand. Oh, and don't worry, he will troll me again.
Let's go into... It wasn't...
He's good at that. Or I'm very gullible. I don't know which. Maybe a combination. I think it's mostly me being gullible because it gets to me every time. Doesn't matter if I know you're trolling.
So I'm gonna put a BR here. I absolutely know that this is not a good way to do it, but for now, no, I'm not gonna do that. I can't handle it. Okay, so let's go into our CSS here and simply say, you know what, if I have an H2, I want it to have a... so I need to remember all this syntax.
Yeah, header numbers are hard when you write stuff that are later combined into larger context, like a page. Yes, it is. So really, we shouldn't really use 9 different headers. We should definitely set up rules for that. And like you said, we are starting on an H2 because we may or may not. Why doesn't this? Well, there you go. Because we are taking for granted that the whole page is the H1 or has the H1, which in our case is just the top menu.
Yeah.
So yeah, try to keep the numbers down, but yeah, it can be messy.
So I'm trying to remember. So what I want to do
to push it down.
There is.
I remember. Well, I don't.
It's kind of like float and break. Break. I must break you. No?
What if I embed your component below an H3 and you output an H2? That is a very valid question.
Now, if you're building components, you might want to think about actually just styling them in whatever style you just put a style tag or a class tag on there.
Yeah, but then we shouldn't really have headers in our component because of what Simon just said. So that is probably bad practice. We should have a base style, but make it easy to fix that.
Let's go for an H2 for now while I'm searching here.
Yeah, it's okay.
So we're gonna go H2 CSS. I want to have a new line.
Could there be an H plus one? Well, you never know.
How to prevent a line break? No, I want a line break. That's what we're looking for.
Just use divs for everything. Remember when we used to do that? When that was a thing?
Do you remember when we did everything in tables?
I remember when we did everything in iframes.
Great.
I even got paid for that. A lot of money.
Prevent line breaks after. So what is going on with the table? Something is horribly broken.
Oh yeah?
Word break. No, I just want a new line. Chat, help me.
Frames did nothing wrong. No, I know. I used like 12 of them in one design, so.
Let's go with CSS new line. Like that. How to line break from CSS without you. That's exactly what I want to do.
Yeah, but this is from 2010.
White space. That's not what I want to do.
Yeah,
Display block is probably.
But you're looking at something that is 12 years old.
Yeah, but
and
so am I.
Yeah, but CSS, there's happened a lot.
Line break. That's what I want to do. I want line break. Line break. Line break. I don't want a line break. But I do want a line break, but I don't want it that way. Forcing new line break.
Yeah, Jimmy wants to avoid the BR, but still have a line break.
That's exactly what I want to do. Because the line break is, I don't want to use break or BR as layout. I want layout to be in the CSS.
And what browsers is line break supported in? Yeah, you never know. Some? All? I don't know.
I'm thinking, I'm doing it.
But what are we trying to do here?
So I want, after 2022, I want a new line, and then the table is going to be underneath. So I think I have something.
Oh, okay. So you don't want it. You want it on separate lines,
yeah.
right?
So I think what is actually happening is that this line, the H2, I think it might be a problem with the I'm totally blanking on words today.
But can you use span and just do 100% for that or something? I don't know.
Take that back.
Well, you could do a center tag with a marquee.
So I think it might be a problem with the where is it? The host file. No, not the host file. The other one, the layout. Where are you? Main layout. So here I have justify content center. That should be okay.
Yeah, but if it's flex, it will just live side by side if there's real estate.
I think there's I think that's the problem we have.
Can't we use the there's like before after stuff and breaks. Oh, why can't I remember anything? It bugs me. A lot.
So I wanna have justify content center, but I want it to. I think the problem that you're describing is exactly that if it has real estate, if I pop this and do it a little bit smaller, everything is going to get smaller, and that is absolutely not happening as I foresaw.
Oh my gosh! Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have seen that. Okay,
let's just keep it there, and we will fix that later. Let's not go on a CSS rant as well. The rant quota is filled.
Is it though? We only had one. Well, kind of had two because I had a burst of feelings when they said that they were supporting color blindness and they did not.
Yeah. Burst of feelings.
Yes, that is what I'm going with. An unglittery feeling.
So let's add a href. Actually, not. Let's add a at on click. There we go. And simply say, you know what? I want to have the previous year. And in that method, I want to simply take the year, make it smaller. I think this should work. Not there.
So some folks on the internet says that you can style it so it gets the position relative if we are using a flex to get away from get around the flex.
So what did you say?
You can style the H2 with position relative.
Okay.
To get away from that.
Let's copy.
Someone on the internet.
Let's do a next. There we go. And take year ++. So if someone...
Well, I'm not sure if someone on the internet is right, but someone was on the internet.
But I'm talking about this.
Okay.
So if someone would go year minus, and basically go all the way back to a year that is...
1970?
I don't know what's the lowest year is, but it's apparently higher than 0. If someone would do that, the site would break, and I'm fine with that.
Okay, for now.
For now?
Well, we shouldn't be able to go back that many years. You could do just a check if it's before 2000.
But I want to see if they're in a conferences the year I was born.
Well, it's technically after 1970, so.
All right, so let's see what we got here. Let's run this and see if it works.
Wait a minute. The chat paused? So I see on Twitch that there's chat going on, but in our feature chat, there's nothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is the last one, and over here there's like a bunch of them. We even got suggestions, but we have nothing after after that one. Huh.
Strange.
Yeah. Fulesnavel suggests that me not remember anything, and them as well, might be age-related. Set content to a/a in : after. Yeah, you see. I was looking into that one as well.
So 2021 apparently has no conferences.
Yeah, I missed all your brilliant comments, and I can't even do anything. So we did get a URL though. Yeah, they also said span. But they did actually say the after and before as well. Can I update this? Do I dare update the feature chat live on stream?
You can try, but I'm not sure that it's gonna. It might work from now on. I don't think it's gonna get all the chat.
No, but I get no updates on chat.
That's fine to update.
Let's do that. That's what you get for trying new software live on stream.
So what is going on here? So 2021 works. 2022 does not work now. What is going on?
Yeah, Jessica missed most of your fun babble in the chat. Just glitter and be happy. I need to do that. We're still rebooting the feature chat and nothing is happening.
So this is unclick minus. So the minus is obviously working because that one is changing. But not. What's up with this? I don't want to have Bing there. 2022 does not work. 2021 works for some reason because that it's saying up there. Let's go back there. Previous. So it doesn't work when I switch years. Okay, got it. It doesn't reload the data, it seems. So let's debug again.
I like debugging, especially with glitter. And now it looks like I actually have chat again. So it might have been.
You did get all of the.
Yeah, I did get but I had to reboot like 3 times or something. Well, not reboot, but the software.
Okay, so let's see what we got here. We have a year, which is 2022.
So as a broadcaster, I can go into the live stream, but we're using a piece of software, well, a plugin or whatever you want to call it, that's called Feature Chat. So I can actually lift it in because we changed. We want to be able to have closed captioning, and to be able to do that, we had to start streaming from OBS directly and not using StreamYard that we used to do. And StreamYard was the one that we were using to lift in chats and such. So it's probably a combination of me never have been using this and something got stuck. Something got stuck.
So if you're watching on Twitch, I'm guessing you are. Do you have the CC logo down in the down beneath the video, and can you click it and see captions? Does that work?
We are supposed to have some sort of captions. At least I can see them type out when I speak, which is very, very, yeah.
Okay, so the problem here is that I'm changing the year, but...
Now we get a moderation check again. Why? And the message is, I have used CC. How is that in moderation Where's the... It's not even marked for moderation. Okay. Yeah.
It works, or work-ish, yeah.
Yeah, it works-ish.
I mean, it's not perfect in any way.
Jessica, rant in Swedish and see how that goes. And glitter. Well, according to Jimmy, I only speak Danish, so...
You do? All right, so the problem here...
Oh, interesting. There are captions. They do not always say the same as you do. Well, that's kind of live captioning for you. It's always, let's call it
hopefully
interesting.
It's saying something that could be interpreted in the same way that we just said.
Hopefully just not talking about cats and glitter and completely different things. Or pick up a few words, maybe.
It's actually quite, it's called, let me see the link.
Web
captioning.
Web captioner.
Captioner, yeah, right. And it has a function. So if I say Blazor, it actually get it right because you can replace words. So
well, what you need to say is when you usually say Blazor, they will think it's the jacket.
Yeah. So, but I would not be able to say Blazor because that would be two Blazors.
Oh, they took Blazor place.
Blazor.
And now they say Blazor please.
Yeah. All right.
Ella's a Blazor please. Okay, let's not look at that.
All right. So the problem here is that if I'm on 2022 here, and I click previous, everything looks horrific, or the data is not
very
loaded.
Empty.
Yeah. So the problem here is that I'm changing the parameter, but from Blazor's way of seeing things, it's not really the on parameter set async is not going to get hit.
Okay.
Because I'm not setting a parameter now, I'm just setting a variable. So
that makes sense.
Let's just simply take this out from the on parameter set. I still want that though. So I'm going to say load. That is not what I want. Load async. There we go. Boom. Just create another one. Private load.
You reading your incorrect captions probably is a bit confusing for the captioning. Probably! And we might also need to add a word for Blazors.
Do you see the...
Oh my gosh, we have so much glitter!
Apparently I typed so much that it went...
Supernova glitter!
Yeah. So this one also has the combos, but I turned that off because it was kind of annoying.
So we need to learn it. We need to teach it async because it's not a good word right now. Yeah. Well, it wants us to sync our heinies.
I like this. Okay, so load async. Let's go with await. There we go. And up here.
At times, all Jessica still sees is glitter, and lots of it. Well, you started it. Well, Jimmy started it, and then it just became a thing. It's a thing now. And now we have static glitter on your screen, right over await.
So Visual Studio, apparently it was too much glitter to handle.
Might have been. Can you have too much glitter? I don't know.
Visual Studio seems to think that.
Well, Visual Studio Code could handle it. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know what happened. Let's see if I shut that one down. Console, abort. If I click very, very fast, it's gonna stop doing this, right?
Yes. But I think we found the issue. It's glitter overload. Overflow. Did I say overload? I read overflow. In my head, I said that, but then I heard myself, and I did not. Glitter overflow.
All right, let's restart.
Yeah.
Ah, come on. Just
Just start it already. Oh, it should be the why? No, we don't need a moderation check. There's something iffy with this piece of software we're using, because for some reason, Fulusnavel is not allowed to be lifted into chat at all. But there's no in the dashboard in Twitch. There's no moderation warning at all. So something is off.
Maybe there's a setting to turn that off or something.
Hopefully. But the suggestion is that that's the name of our new site.
All right, so we have load async. We create a load async. We want to decrease year, and we want to run the load async. Load async. There we go. And we want to await it.
We can await it. Oh, no.
Wait.
But more glitter for me when you misspell, so that's fine. See, now you will never hear me complain over how bad you are at typing.
Well, you just did.
No, I'm getting more glitter.
So I am missing one of those. There we go. Boom. Okay, so let's copy this and paste it over here and say, you know what? I want a year plus plus. Okay, let's see what happens.
So I wonder how long you will keep the glitter on.
Well, for the stream, I assume it's kind of helping.
Well, it's glitter. The chat likes it, and like you said in the beginning, you can actually see where the typing is going on.
There we go.
Hey, we got colors.
Let's see here.
Oh my gosh, are you actually going back to...
No, I'm not going back because it hurts my... Not that old. Okay, so we got that working, but you see that we're not getting a hand because it's not a link.
A hand. That's what you want to get.
Finger.
A finger. Yeah. Okay.
So let's do that. Let's simply put something there, kind of just a link, so it understands that what is happening. That it should be a link. So there we go. Let's pop back. And now you see that we have links.
Yep.
Now the problem here, if I scroll down just a little bit, let's see if we can see that happening here. Just want to go a little bit down. So if I click here,
yep,
you see that it actually reloads completely and goes back to the.
Oh, if you click in between.
Yeah, no, if I click the link, because I added the link, so it says that, you know what, I want to go back to the original page.
So surely there's a way to just show the cursor, just change the cursor.
Yes, it is. There's a way to do that, but there's also a way to solve the problem. And that is if I go on
see,
click.
we have the suggestion from Fulusnavel just to style it, but now I'm curious to your solution.
Just need to remember what it's called. It's actually like that. There we go. Prevent default. So we're going to prevent the default way of doing which is following the link.
So while you are in there, well, okay, you already pressed. You should probably move the previous before year and have the year in the middle, so we get the previous and...
Okay.
Because this makes no sense.
Okay.
It's previous to next. It's not and the next is next to the previous, but not the year.
So like that.
Yeah.
So let's see, organizers. There we go. Next.
Well, we obviously need to style it, but
whoop,
yeah.
Something broke. Why did it break? Okay,
Wasn't
let's
me.
see what happened. Sequence contains no element. Okay, so we got 0 back. So that's a good thing that to
So
check.
we did get a suggestion from Simon, which again I can't for some reason lift in, but on click give finger.
Okay, so the problem here is that we are down here. We're setting the max value, which is a date dot max and all of that, but we actually got 0 back. Actually, that would not be a problem. Yes, so it's trying to figure out the max value of the count attribute on all of the dates. But if we got 0 dates, so for some reason people are not planning 2024, 2025 just yet. So we need to check here if dates is dot count is larger than 0. And you probably want to put the max dates thingy in between.
Yeah.
Yes, I do want to do that. That's absolutely true.
Yeah, so we are a few that noticed that you have very long fingers because they show up on my cam.
You do?
Yeah, when you did like that motion.
So what are we doing? What is happening here? It's going. So we got a heat value that's not gonna hit. So I think this should be fine.
I think max should return nullable, and if empty collection returns null, change my mind.
Max should return nullable, and if empty collection returns null, it returns an int, so it's not nullable.
There you go.
Argument null. It will throw argument null exception.
Well, that's a reason.
Okay, let's see. So let's go. Let's close this one, and we're going to go next. Oh, good. Still good. Okay.
Yeah.
Next one. Up. Did we have anything here? No.
No. Nobody's planning for
But it
2025.
worked. We don't get any errors.
No, that's something.
How shocking would it be to find dates now?
Oh yeah, 2044.
All right. So we have a previous and next thingies here. I'm
Yeah.
thinking that we might want to
Have the arrows?
Yeah, exactly. Some kind of arrows.
Yeah. Well, we can have just a larger than and smaller than.
So we are we still using Bootstrap? I think we are, right?
I don't know. You change every hour. Every stream we have a discussion. We're going to remove it. No, we're doing Tailwind. No, we're doing just
we're doing
CSS.
Tailwind?
I don't know.
I had no idea.
I can't keep track anymore.
I'll just give it up.
Yeah.
So
Me
what
and
are we
Bootstrap,
doing
not
here?
friends.
We do have.
I have a lot of not friends.
Mm-hmm.
Visual Studio, Bootstrap, and Tailwind is so 2022.
So let's see what the internet says. Let's see if we can find a way to add one of those. Left arrow. SVG perhaps.
But you could
CSS.
go to the Noun project.
I could.
They have
That's not what we want, right?
No.
We want those.
Yeah, but
I want to have
that's
those.
a larger...
Can I have those?
Greater than and... Isn't that like a greater than?
Greater than. Bigger than.
If you go to the noun project, there's like a gazillion different versions.
A gazillion, that's a lot.
Well, okay, there's 204 icons.
So that's the thingy there.
Some of them are questionable, but there are.
I kind of just want... Click on one of those. Get the... Oh, you're right. That's... they want me to log in.
Yeah,
I don't want to log in.
They do.
So that's...
Yes, we have the CSS flavor of the week, and that is even worse than JavaScript flavor of the month. That's what we're doing.
So I kind of want just a... That should be super simple with an SVG. Greater than SVG. Let's remove CSS.
So, again, the chat lifting in the chat is broken, but Simon suggests the /U25B6. Like using the ASCII.
Might not be a bad suggestion.
No.
But can I do that? I can't do that directly, can I?
I don't know.
There we go. Let's see. So that would be... actually, there should be a HTML tag for that. Isn't there? Like... HTML tag, not tag, but greater than. Look at that.
Well, yeah, here's... they call it an entity, so they're just using it straight up.
There we go. These are the ones I want.
Actually, okay.
That was a great suggestion.
Yeah, that's the entity number. The CSS entity is something else, it seems.
Yeah. So I
so you're not using that one?
Just thought it would just put it in
because
the
the
HTML.
less, yeah, okay. But the less one in CSS is even easier.
Is it easier in CSS?
Well, it's 003C, so.
Yeah, but you need to do all the CSS things as well.
Yeah.
And I want to put inside of the calendar, I want to have an A tag. And I want the A tag to be font size 30. I don't hate it.
And we got a tip. Try free front end. They have like different Tailwind progress bars and
nice.
Different awesome stuff. Select boxes. Sidebars. Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a little bit better.
Do they still work? They do work!
They still work!
Success.
That's an accomplishment.
This is also one of the things that is quite nice with Blazor. If I click the arrow, you see that all the things are rendered, but with a 0, no colors.
Yeah.
So at that point, it goes back, finds the data on the server, pulls that back, and then re-renders and getting all of the things done.
So we're only missing the colors and the data because we still have the layout. So update one more time. Yeah. Oh, that is so fast. I was trying to see if they actually update the weekdays as well, but I think that comes with data, right?
No, the weekdays it comes with the original load. It changes so that renders first.
Yeah. Okay. So Simon also has the same request that we talked about before. Can we have the year above the table?
I kind of want to have it like here in the middle.
Yeah.
So you talked about there was some kind of magical way of doing that.
Yeah, position relative on you do a styling on that particular.
Right. So I think that to me it makes sense to have to group all of those 3 items, right? So the left arrow,
They're friends now.
Yeah. I don't normally like to group things with a div or something like that because a div is not describing the content. But in this case, I think that it kind of does. Belongs together. Now,
Hi! Welcome!
Hey!
See, some of them I can lift in and some I cannot. Do you realize you're in the wrong places tonight? Are we switched around? Yes, we are. Usually Jimmy is in this spot. But we have changed the layout.
You're in my spot.
Yes. We have changed how we stream. Oh, you're not sure you can cope with that level of change? I'm so sorry. So actually we changed because we want to have closed caption enabled. And to do so, for the solution we have at least, we went from StreamYard and started streaming directly from OBS and using another piece of software to lift in the chat and stuff like that. That means
absolutely
not.
Oh,
what did you do? And what we wanted to do is, well, actually, we removed one of the computers. Usually we need to have 2 laptops here, so one of us can do the chat room and such, but now we don't need to. So I'm just on the streaming computer, and the coder is now on the other side. I'm so sorry. At least Jimmy is not Sheldon. Well, he's quoting him, so you never know. You never know.
I have no idea what this is. The style tag. So, okay, so...
So just... Okay.
Right, what happens if we just do it like this?
I don't know.
Let's do it with Simon's suggestions and blame him then.
That
didn't even work.
No. But you do have the flex on the main page,
let's
right?
see what we got here, because I honestly don't remember. So the host file is just that one. And then we have the underscore layout, which is located here. And that one has, let's remove this one. And that has only render body, which has no styling at all. And then we have the main layout here that has a page and a main. And inside of main. Let's see here. This is the only style we got.
Yeah.
And that we have display flex.
But that is on main.
It is on main.
Yeah, and also what you couldn't see, and you might not have heard, is that Simon actually upgraded his suggestion to the after, after content that we talked about previously as well. And using, let me see if I can put this one on. Yes, some of the chats I can actually put in. So this is a suggestion now.
But that doesn't solve the where we have the arrows.
No.
At this point. Okay, so let's think a bit. So what do we have here? We have a display flex. We have justify content, and you're telling me that it's going to put the content side by side until it's done, basically.
Well, I think that's the point of it. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if we have. I don't think we have set any fractions, and I don't think we have set any maximum anywhere.
So what would happen if? So that's the main. The menu is outside of that, so it's only the content.
Yeah, but before we forget it, glitter, because it's been a while now. Because we have glitter in Visual Studio.
I think we need to sit down and figure this one out.
One solution is that we actually do use fractions, and we just put that and span it all over the width. We're using columns or fractions or whatever. We can do that.
Actually, I do have, so that the menu was outside, wasn't it? Yes, it's outside there. And I don't think the CSS that we have. Where are you? You're in the CSS folder. There, site. So in here we basically don't have anything.
No, we have some padding.
Conference. Okay, we got a little bit of stuff here, but the rest is nothing that should affect the how it's handling those stuff at least. Okay, so I think we are going to admit defeat and simply come back to that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I see that we're almost on time.
We are. It's almost time to eat very late dinner.
So...
It bugs you a little bit, doesn't
No,
it?
it does not. It bugs me a lot.
Yeah. Never give up, never surrender.
Bugs me a lot.
What bugs me is that I can't actually lift in some of the chats. Some I can, but some I can't. Is this your Kobayashi Maru? Might be.
No, it's not, because...
It's unwinnable.
Because the Kobayashi...
Unbeatable.
I could hack the Kobayashi Maru.
Yeah.
So what is up with these? Why are these... These are... Let's go in here. No, here. So this one, the counter, goes all the way like this. So let's take a look at the counter. Maybe that has a solution.
Napalm.
Counter.
We have glitter in Visual Studio today.
Look at that.
I had to say that at least one more time.
Did you though?
Yes. Yes, I did.
So let's see.
I repeat that. Not Visual Studio Code, but Visual Studio. Well, actually,
and what
both.
was the name of the plugin?
It was called Power Tools.
Power Mode.
Power Mode.
Close enough. Close enough.
In Visual Studio, yes.
There we go. Let's see what happens. Oh, come on!
You made it worse. I think you made it worse. So it's literally like that CSS meme where you draw the
blinds.
Yeah.
Definitely like that. Yeah, so this is going to be an all-nighter. So div call. So what happens if I put a div call down here as well?
But why do you have a column there?
Does it look like I know what I'm doing? Oh, this is... No, I don't want a column. I want a row. That's the problem.
Well, there you go. Yeah, we should get Alyssa Nicole in. She's the authority of CSS to the point that she actually scares Fuglesnabel.
So we do have a div here.
And that's...
And then a header.
Yeah.
Do we need div? Is that the solution?
I don't know.
Do you think it is? What if it is? Could be. Maybe.
You need a boat. Row your boat.
I can't even find which is studio right now.
It's where it sparkles. Because we have glitter. That's why.
We got vampires.
No! Come on! I know you're trolling.
And rant. Go.
Oh! Come on. Glitter hype. Yeah. Glitter hype. Definitely. Vampires glittering. No. No, no, no. No. No.
Okay, last try here. Last attempt.
And now I can't lift any
Let's
messages in.
let's bring in a div here. Div. Not like that. Not like that. Div. Just give me a div. Div. The sparkles are...
Sparkles!
Okay, and remove that one.
Okay.
Let's remove that one. Let's remove that one. Save. And boom.
A little bit better.
It's better.
It's better.
It's not perfect.
No?
Better is better than perfect. No?
Done is better than perfect.
But it is better. So I just need to figure out... So basically, I would be able to do div.
Oh, I can't lift that in either. This is annoying. So Fuglesnabel says, it's perfect.
So if I would do it like... No? Like that. It still looks horrific.
Ship it.
There we go. And this one is not... What happened? So, okay. Let's submit the defeat. I'm not going to be able to solve this today. That's just how it is.
Can you click the links? If yes, then ship.
There we go. This is the best I can do for today. Let's push it.
Yeah.
Ship it.
So you did that. Fuglesnabel said that. If you can click the link, then ship it. I don't know if I should be worried that you're starting to take suggestions.
But that's why we have the chat.
Yeah.
Right?
Have you seen some of their suggestions? No. They're always
colors,
awesome.
Added year.
At least we have glitter.
Next thingy.
Okay.
There we go.
Ship it.
Commit. Push.
Do not sing.
Why not?
What is glitter? Yeah, so show the glitter again. So this is a plugin for Visual Studio and Visual Studio Code.
Let's see if we can.
Called.
There we go.
Yeah, look at that! Look at that! You see the glitter now? So apparently, if you type very, very fast, all of Visual Studio will glitter, but otherwise, it's just. Can you show the regular glitter? The one for normal people. So just type.
I need to wait a little bit.
Oh, okay. So you tilted the glitter.
Yeah.
So this is a plugin called. Oh my gosh, we just said it. It's called Power. Not Tool.
No.
Power. I don't know. How could I forget? Power stuff. Power glitter. It should be named Power Glitter. Mode. Power mode. And there's different. You can choose if you want it to look like clippy. Or...
I don't know if this one has.
Really?
I haven't checked, so let's not promise anything.
Age strikes again.
Let's see here what we got. We got general. We got power model. Enable power model. Let's do that.
Glitter. Glitter.
Is that actually power model? Shouldn't it be power mode?
Well, I don't know.
Okay. Combo mode. We don't want that. That's
particles. That's the one we want.
Yeah. Enable screen shake. We don't want that either. Enable audio.
No.
We can make sound.
Oh, and then we can set how many.
So this show the streak counter. So while I was typing, it would be a number up in the right corner. It's going like combo 1, 1, 2, 3.
Like
super annoying.
Beat Saber or something.
And color. So we have fixed color if you want to.
Oh, this is interesting. I wonder how that works if you code by voice. Yeah, definitely. I mean, if it's typing, technically, it should be hitting the glitter. And also, they did have...
Let's see what's happening if we type by voice.
Nothing happened.
Well, it did show a little bit of glitter at the end.
Oh, okay. So what happens when you type with voice is that it types out the whole sentence and then it shows glitter on every single word. And there was in the plugin a enable sound, so you could get a glittery sound instead if you can't see the glitter.
And if you're using Windows 11, the voice type is pretty spot on.
Yeah, it was very good.
It's really, really good, to be honest. Not sure if I would type code by voice, but I often use it when I'm like writing an email, for example. Works with Swedish.
But I think it's you're used to coding with your hands. If you did not have that option, I think then it would be no issue at all.
But I mean, so this one is pretty smart. So the previous versions of this kind of type by voice, you would say, no, I'm totally blanking, period, for example. So you would go blah, 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 period, blah, 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 period, on all of that. This one, if you're taking it too long of a pause, it's going to say, okay,
this is a full stop.
Yeah, which is kind of annoying because it's not always I want that, but
sometimes it's also good. So it's good that they're at least getting a little bit smarter. But that's good, and it's kind of cool that the plugin actually works for that as well. I was not expecting that because glitter. Well, it's not only glitter in that. We had other examples. For instance, in Visual Studio Code, we could have Clippy and we could have Magic and stuff like that. So it is a very visual plugin. So I was not expecting it to actually work. But they did their homework.
type by voice that I used is the Windows 11 one. So it's basically gonna collect what I'm saying and just push it in.
Yeah, they
to
pasted
whatever.
in the whole sentence, and then you got glitter.
Let's compare
on the
that
different words.
to Notepad. Let's see what happens here. So now I am saying something completely different, and it's actually typing out each word rather than just pasting everything in like we had in Visual Studio.
Well, sort of. Some of them, they actually waited for phrases. But it's completely different. Clippy did nothing wrong. Clippy was my friend. Yeah, I agree. I usually had the dog, though.
So do you know? Now I need to show you this. Clippy Blazor. There we go.
What's English Studio and where can I get it?
the Notepad was typing it out. Visual
right.
Studio's English Studio.
Yeah, that's a different one.
Let's see if we can demo site. There we go.
And that's one of the things that we like. So we started using a closed captioner tool today, which is not really on par with Windows 11. Let's leave it at that. But you can switch out some of the words, and one of the words we changed out was Blazor. Instead of the jacket, you get C# Blazor.
In the way. Look at that.
Hey, you get Clippy.
And this is a Blazor version of this, so you can basically get this in any Blazor application. F1, what's that?
You mean you can get Clippy in any Blazor application?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I help you find a conference to speak at?
I don't know.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Speak text.
Is this the original? Have they ported it? Microsoft, that is.
No, it's not Microsoft that has done that. It's someone else. I don't know.
Ooh, nice one, Simon. It looks like you're looking for a conference.
I like it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh, yeah. Can you get the dog? Fulesnobel asked. But for some reason, I'm not allowed to lift in this.
Do you know what the name of the dog was?
Dog?
Let's see.
I don't know. The cute dog?
Welcome.
No, that's not. Rover?
Genie is probably not the one.
Is there a rover?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it. There we go. Load.
Oh, there he is! The little dog! But he looks a little bit more modern. I want the old one, the pale one.
The pale one.
Oh, that's interesting.
Wasn't there a cat as well?
Yes, there was. There was. Oh, maybe that's the old one.
I kind of like that they're actually done more than just clipping. They
they went all in.
Links, what's links? Oh, there's the cat.
There you go. Oh, yeah, okay, so I'm not allowed to lift that in either. I don't know what's wrong with this software right now. So Simon says, I just heard adding it was approved by Jess. Yeah, that wasn't really what I said, but sure. If you want Clippy or a Clippy-like helper on your page, you're welcome to use it. As long as you do it in Blazor. Well,
what?
He does Blazor now.
As long as...
Well, it's because...
So did you just exclude JavaScript developers and everyone?
No. I said Simon had to do it in Blazor. Nobody should have to do it in JavaScript. If they don't want to, of course. If they want to.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
there we
if
go.
they want to, they're welcome to. So yeah, it's fine if you want a bot. I mean, probably the functionality of these old-timey, Clippy-like bots are on par with some of the customer service bots we can see today. So why not? Why not?
So I was
what
turn
were
off
you
the
doing?
sound. There we go. So we are waiting for a new camera. And
we have been waiting since the 29th of January.
Well, we ordered it on the 29th.
Yeah, that is true. Well, so we had waiting for it since then.
and I think it were to arrive by the end of March, I think. And every single time we're closing in, or even we should have gotten it yesterday.
Yeah.
This morning I got, we're pushing it just a little bit. So I went into that company's website and okay, so is there some kind of chat that I can talk to someone? And you can talk to customer service here. So okay, that's good. So I'll click that one, and then it popped up and said, so this is the customer service bot. I assume that it's actually a bot, but I'm talking to a person on if I would actually just click next at that point, I would get it's a bot that also include customer service. But I'm not sure. I mean, calling it a bot, I kind of figured that, okay, so it's probably just gonna give me all of those.
But sometimes those bots can escalate if they can't
answer. So I'm assuming that's what was going to happen.
But our bank also had a similar one, and they didn't call it a bot, but they said they weren't a human, but they will help us unless we need human help. But there was no way to get a human help, so did not get any answers. So there you go. So perhaps Clippy isn't as bad as we thought.
Let's just so the next delivery date is mid August. So
mid-August? That's like next week.
Yeah.
Or
16th of August.
Okay.
It's the new one. Let's hope we can do it.
Well, it bugs me when the morning of the delivery date, they say, oh, by the way, we pushed it a month. And now I can't lift it in either. Oh, come on. So Simon said that he tried to find the contact details of a company the other day. And when he finally found their contact page, a chatbot window popped up above their contact detail, asking if they could help me. I tried, yes, please, can you move? Oh, gosh, yes. That's not okay. I don't like the bots or the chats that just pops up and blocks everything, or just pops up as soon as you reload the page. Let me click that if I want to chat.
Yeah.
That's
or if you navigate from the page, there's you navigated from the page. Are you sure you want to leave? We can help you. We can get you 10% off from whatever it is that we're selling.
Yeah. Yeah, Clippy was definitely way ahead of its time. Probably 20, 30 years, Furusawa says. Yeah. Definitely, because we're back there again. And we made so much fun of Clippy, but it's exactly what we're doing today. But a little bit more, a more well-trained AI in the back of it, hopefully. Yeah. Yep, so no camera.
Not yet.
Nope.
Not yet.
I don't have any hopes of ever getting that camera. But they did take our money in January, so there's that.
Yeah. All right. Let's wrap up.
Yes.
So everything is pushed. We got that out of the way. So I think we're done.
Yeah. For now. Need to fix that CSS issue next time.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, we still have glitter. Yeah, exactly.
And next
week
time we are not doing this, right?
Are we not? No, next week it's the 11th. It's the week after that.
Okay.
As far as I know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. So we are popping off to the UK for a quick. Well, I was going to say weekend, but it's a short week, midweek.
Midweek, yeah.
A midweeker?
Midweek.
I don't know. I don't know.
A Westender.
But that's not. Next time we still have time. Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
So hopefully we will get back next week with some working CSS. I don't know. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.